Dennis, John then pleased but not happy, if you can be. Mike, what do you think Milan contributed to this game then?
Well, in the occasional flash they contributed some good football, but for the most part there was a lot of negative involvement really. You know, I think players have to realise that they have a responsibility now that the game is going out live on TV to market the game. You know, if it's going to be the European tournament that takes us forward into the next century, then really we have to start to educate the players and make sure they actually produce an attractive product.
Dale, as a current player, is that a responsibility you feel?
Definitely, not just on the field. I feel they should market it obviously off the field as well. It's left to a lot of companies who actually employ players to actually market the players themselves, but I feel the players have enough initiative to actually market themselves, whether it be, as Mike says, on the field or off the field. But the game, as we obviously know, is a great spectacle now, and if that's the way to go, so be it.
OK, well, let's have a look at some of Milan in action now. This is some of the better aspects of the Italians' game. Mike, talk us through this.
Well, they were very powerful all night in the scrum, I felt, and a good platform there. Tremendous decoy run, a very inventive move, bringing their full-back in between the gap there. A little bit slow on support. Now the support arrives, and Richie does well, perhaps being the experienced player he is, to come back in from the wrong side really and just slow up that attacking move. If he hadn't, perhaps it could have been a bit of an overlap on the blind side.
Yeah. They were pretty powerful at forward, weren't they?
Well, they were. I felt that they might not last the pace second half, looking at the size and physique of some of the guys, but they were in there at the end, and full credit to them.
Yeah, going back to the size and physique, in particular number 5, it was obvious that they were here to play a forward-orientated game, and the ball wasn't going to go wide on many occasions. They did play it well, but only very scarcely, and I just feel that they had more to offer if they had continued taking it up the middle, and probably caused Pontypridd a lot of problems.
Dale, thanks very much indeed. Well, the Ponty Points machine, Neil Jenkins, is waiting now in the tunnel to talk to Roger Davis.
Neil Jenkins, that wasn't an easy match at all, was it?
No, by all means. You know, we started off very well. The first 10 minutes we played some superb rugby, but from then, to be honest, it went from bad to worse, and as the game wore on, it just, you know, it was a terrible game to play, to be honest too.
It must have been a frustrating match for a back in particular.
It was, yeah, it was very frustrating. You could see by myself, Shane and Jason Lewis's face at the end of the match that we were very frustrated. You know, won a great deal of ball for us, and when it was, we were in a little bit of pressure. And you could say it was very frustrating to play, and it would have been nice that, you know, from the first 10 minutes, if we could have kept that going for a bit longer.
But 26 points to you in your battle with Dominguez, you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, things went quite well on that front. Me kicking for goal, obviously I was a little bit disappointed with my line kicking, especially in the first half, but I seemed to find my range in the second half of the line, and you know, I was quite pleased with my goal kicking. It went over tonight, and you know, give us the win at the end.
Was your preparation any different to a normal league Saturday?
Not really, no. It's difficult when you play in a midweek game, because obviously you've got the whole day ahead, and you know, it's very difficult to, you know, sort of prepare yourself for it. But you know, when the game comes, obviously you're looking forward to it, and it was no different to playing Llanelli on Saturday, to be honest. Obviously it was a little bit different tactics because they had a very big pack, but that was a disappointing fact that we didn't really get on top of that phase, and you know, things were made difficult for us.
And of course now you face the prospect of a trip to Dublin as well to face Leinster. That must be quite intriguing.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I think we're looking forward to that now. We had a good win tonight, we're very happy with that, and you know, Leinster's going to be a different kettle of fish again. You know, Lansdowne Road, obviously it won't be as full as International Day, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Irish passion about, and there's a place for the semi-finals at stake, and both sides will be looking forward to it immensely.
Having played your first game in the competition, you must now feel that it's a very good thing for Welsh rugby.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think it's more of an international type game. Obviously tonight's game was very tense, uptight. There was, you know, the defences were very good, and it was very difficult to break down. But you know, things like that we need to learn to play more expansive and to play teams like that, so as we can improve. And I'm sure now with the English and Scottish sides coming in next year as well, I'm sure you know, it'll improve Welsh rugby to no end.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thanks.
The man is a phenomenon, isn't he? Not a great night for goal kicking either, Mike, really, was it?
Well, there were quite a lot of chances obviously on show, but Pontypridd will have learned a lot from tonight about the approach that has to be taken when you don't know too much about the opposition. Leinster are going to be a difficult proposition on their own patch over in Dublin. As Neil said, they're looking forward to going over there and experiencing that.
How are you looking forward to that match, Dale, in Dublin?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to I've actually played Leinster before and on Lansdowne Road, and they're very, very hard team to play against. They've got a lot of internationals, and I feel, and no disrespect to Milan, that we're in for a much harder and more physical